Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. My name is Keisha Holden, and for today's look, I'm just feeling summer, so I wanted to put that into my look today. And also, I'm gonna give you a little bit of story time. So you know what to do. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, give me a like and comment below so my channel will grow. And if you wanna learn how I got this look, stay tuned. All right, so I'm gonna start off, as you see my brows are done, so I'm gonna start off with sculpting them. I've been doing that a lot lately, but mostly with more of a statement eye because I don't want to lose my eyebrows in them. So next I'm going to put on my paint pot from MAC. This is a Rubenesque, and it goes perfectly with our summery theme. So I'm going to pop that on my lid, and I don't want a lot. I want it pretty sheer. And then make sure that's blended out. So let's go in with our Jackie Aina palette, and I want to go in with edges and ginger. I want to do those two colors first. That's going to be in my transition color. So a little bit of ginger, a little bit of edges, go back and forth, and rock that color in your crease. And I want to make this very round. Gives us a really nice backdrop to the orange that we're going to use today. I want you to feel summer with my makeup. So anywho, you guys really enjoyed my story time the last time we did it. So I decided to do another story time today. And this time it's not going to be, like I have a lot of horror stories, but I have a lot of hilarious stories. I just have a lot of stories that I don't necessarily share them with people. Because most of the people that I experienced it with, those are the people that I would tell, if that makes sense. So, but anyway, this story was hilarious because it's just absolutely hilarious, and it will only happen on my watch. I was in Chile back in 2014. I think I told you guys that before, but we're on a long tour in Chile, and it was October 2014. And the group of us, we had just finished a show. We were in, I feel like we were in Rancagua. But after the show, we had gone to a restaurant to eat out, you know, have a good time. And also because it was one of my little sister's birthday. So we went out to celebrate her birthday, and it was her 21st birthday. So, you know, we couldn't do it huge because we didn't have a lot of time. We had the show that night, and then, you know, we have to change and sign autographs and all that stuff. And so we went to this restaurant, and it was so good. Like, the food was amazing. And we celebrated her 21st birthday. And it was cool because we're on the road, it's her 21st, and we had just finished a really good show. So it was really dope. Anyway, so we're celebrating, we sang happy birthday, and our promoter, his name is Ignacio, he had them bring her like a cupcake or some kind of dessert with candles so she can blow something out on her birthday. It was super cool. And so we're all taking pictures and, you know, just having a good time, like really enjoying ourselves, enjoying each other. And because when you're on the road, you don't really get to do that much. So it was like one of those rare times that we can really enjoy ourselves. So while I'm still in the Jackie palette, I'm gonna go here to Credit, and I'm going to bring that color with my MAC 217, and I'm gonna like pack that color on my lower lash line. Okay, so back to the story. We head out from the restaurant, we pay our bill, and we're walking and talking, and we're like really enjoying each other. And all of a sudden, we see like the town that we were in, and I wanna say it's Rancagua, but I could be wrong. But the town that we were in, they had a lot of stray dogs for some reason. And also while I'm still in there, I'm going to add brown eyeliner just to help bring that brown in my lower lash line out a little bit, but I'm putting this brown liner in my waterline. So yeah, for some reason, there were a lot of stray dogs in that certain town. And so when we left the restaurant, we're walking down the street, it's late at night, it's probably, it had to be like 11, maybe midnight. And we see one dog, you know, walking near us on one side. This is Inglot, this is orange, oops, number 84, I think. I don't know, but this is gonna go all over my lid. And what you wanna do is pack this on. And you want to bring it all the way up to the crease so it blends out into the crease that you created. And this is why I didn't want my crease to be too dark, because I want the orange to really stand out. We're walking, and all of a sudden we see one stray dog. And then 2 stray dogs. And that's not a big deal. We're walking back to the hotel, cool. And then we see a 3rd stray dog. And we see 4. And then all of a sudden, we hear them like start to howl at each other. And I think a couple of us had leftovers. And so my thing is they probably could smell the food, right? And so all of a sudden we hear howling coming from one end of the road, like on an opposite road. And then there's a dog, like we turn around and there's a dog right behind us. And then go back into ginger and edges, do your nice little mix there and blend that out. So we turn around, we see this dog behind us, and little by little, all of the dogs are starting to gather around us. So there had to be about, slowly but surely, there were like 20 dogs approaching us. And what was happening was the dog behind us was like the head dog, and I know it sounds crazy. It was a scary movie, trust me. But the dog behind us was like giving orders. Basically like follow them. I don't speak dog, but I wish I did, because it probably would have saved us some time from being so nervous, and we would have been able to like escape better. But we started to huddle together, and they were huddling behind us as well. And they were basically telling each other to follow us because we had food. It was a gang of us, and of course a gang of them, but they're like telling each other that we have food, and yeah, they wanted to get our food. So we're all like huddling together and moving like a herd back to the hotel, and just trying to make it back to the hotel safely. But we had a walk. It was about a 10-minute walk. So we're living 10 minutes of a nightmare, being followed by dogs in the middle of a foreign country. It was crazy. Like grown men were like nervous and crying, and there were no tough guys in that group, I promise you. So I'm gonna set that corrector with my flower from Bakerie. And I'm gonna go ahead and add my foundation. This is the Mented foundation. It's like a skin-like finish, so I want something light. So yeah, these guys were following us to the hotel, communicating with each other to get us. And they weren't mean dogs, like they weren't aggressive. They weren't growling. All they were doing were like howling at each other. And so it was drawing attention because there's a bunch of us and like 20 dogs following us. And so, and like I said, the grown men were shook, and some of them bolted. And then the rest of us were like huddled with each other. And so some of them made it back to the hotel before we did. And so they just kind of waited at the door, like, okay, making sure that we all got back to the hotel safely. And so when we got back to the hotel, the front desk manager, by now it's like 30 dogs, right? So when we got back to the hotel, there's like the manager, the front desk person came out, and he comes out with a broom and he starts shooing them away. And the way he was doing it was like, hindsight is 2020. The way he was doing it was like, this is a normal occurrence. Like, no one warned us that if we go out and we come back with food, those dogs are trained to know that. Because anybody coming out with food from that restaurant, the dogs would chase them. And I would never say that we were like, it was never like a high speed chase. They were just real slick about it. Like, they were moving real slowly and like surrounding us little by little. We had a few behind us, and little by little, they were just like surrounding us. And the more we moved, the more dogs came. The more howling you could hear. The more communicating you could hear from them. It was really, really insane. Like, that was probably one of the craziest experiences I've ever had. But as far as out of the country, and I've been all over the world, that was the craziest. Man. And to this day, you know how Facebook comes up with the memories? We all posted about it. So every October, it comes up in our memories. So this October will be the 6th year anniversary of being stalked by dogs in Chile. And no one in the group was like really scared of dogs. Well, I'm lying. There was a couple of them that were scared, like petrified of dogs before that moment. But it was just surreal to be like in that moment. It was like, is this really happening? Because they were on us. Like, just imagine being out on a dark street in a foreign country, and these dogs are like slick. They were so slick. Little by little, they were just like surrounding us. So I'm gonna go in with my Scott Barnes Pump It Up mascara and do my eyes and all that off camera, and I'll be right back. So I'm gonna take my Sweet Talk palette by ColourPop, and I'm gonna go in this color here called Early Morning. And I'm going to wet my brush, and I'm gonna go right into that color and put it right here in the corner of my eye. Yes, I love it so much, so much, so much, so much. So I'm going to go in with my Scott Barnes blush palette. This is the Chic palette. And I'm gonna mix these two colors, Mango Fizz and Rosé. So that's gonna give me like extra tropical color. And then I'm gonna go in with this color here called Glowy. And that's gonna bring out more of the color in my eyes. And I'm just gonna go where the sun is hitting me. And now for lips, I'm going to take my EOS lip balm, and then I'm gonna take my chestnut lip liner, and I'm basically, for the most part, just gonna fill my lips in, all the way fill them in. And now I'm going to go in with Lady Danger from MAC. It's a beautiful bright orange color. That's it, beauties. That's your look. Thank you so much for joining me today, and thank you for listening to my crazy wild dog story in Chile that can only happen to me. You know what to do. Make sure you subscribe, like this video, and comment below so my channel can grow. And get the book, I'm the author of Beauty Basics 101, The Beginner's Guide to Skincare and Makeup, and I'd also love to be your beauty advisor. So go ahead and create a profile on BeautyTap, follow me, and once we are connected, I'll be able to send you special events and recommendations for skincare to get you into the best skin of your life. Thank you so much for watching, beauties. Bye.